Hi, boys and girls. My name is Miss Rachel. Today is day 3 of our Influential Scientists and Inventors project. I hope you've been enjoying this project so far, and I cannot wait to see what they look like at the end. Today, if you're watching this video now, that means that you already completed your Do Now question. And today we are going to be working on the next portion of our project. So I'm going to scroll down to mine. Okay, so like I said before, and like you should know from the previous 2 days, that I am doing my project on Katherine Johnson. So I've learned a lot about Katherine Johnson as I've been working on this project. And today we will learn about the life and legacy. And we celebrate this person because. So the life and legacy portion of this, you were looking for things that this person is known for or could be remembered for, maybe some awards that they received in their lifetime. So again, I am going to be going to our website page. I am going to copy the web page that I have been using for my project. Going to copy that. I'm going to open another tab and I'm going to paste that. Again, I am going over to here and we are searching Katherine Johnson. Okay, so now select her picture. Okay, so I am going to split my screen because that helps me the most when I am looking on 2 different pages for information. So I'm going to go ahead and make this one smaller. Okay, meet in the middle. Okay, so the first part that we will be looking at is the life and legacy. So I'm going to move my picture out of the way. Sometimes it takes a second to get everything situated on the screen, but it's more beneficial to getting your work done faster if you just set it up from the start. So the life and legacy. So as I've been reading this document on Katherine Johnson, I came across an entire section at the bottom that says awards and legacy. So I knew that if I was looking for life and legacy, that I should be looking in this portion of the document. So in the first paragraph, it says that Johnson was honored with an array of awards for her groundbreaking work. Among them are the 1967 NASA Lunar Orbiter Spacecraft and Operators Team Award and the National Technical Association's designed as its 1997 Mathematician of the Year. Additionally, she earned honorable degrees from the SUNY Farmingdale, Maryland's Capital College, Virginia's Old Dominion University, and West Virginia University. So I can see that she has received a lot of awards in her life, which shows how strong of a legacy that she has. So I'm going to go over where it says type here. I'm going to select that and delete those words. And I'm going to start with her last name like I had done previously in our other sections. So Johnson's, so I can say Johnson was honored with many awards in her lifetime, period. So that's just kind of a starter sentence for what I'm going to continue into saying. So I'm going to say those awards include, and then a semicolon. And now I can list some of those awards that stood out to me that I want to mention in her life and legacy. So I see that she was awarded the 1967 NASA Lunar Orbiter. Oh, look, I'm typing in all capitals. It always happens to me. NASA Lunar Spacecraft and Operations Team Award. Comma. I said before that sometimes I like to highlight the words that I am copying and typing because it helps me better see where I am when I'm looking, trying to copy information. And like I had mentioned before, you could always be writing this down and then putting it into your document for your project. So let me see. And the National Technical Associations. Okay. So those are some things that stuck out to me in that paragraph. I want to again go back and make sure that everything is correct. This needs to be capitalized. It's an association. National needs to be capital as well. Missing that. Okay, so now I filled out the life and legacy portion of Katherine Johnson. So I just reread to make sure that it looked correct. Everything's correct, besides I need a period at the end of year. So now when we look at the next portion of our project is we celebrate this person because. So here I want you to kind of put this into your own words rather than looking at specific information and copying it into your project. I want you to think about after reading about this person and learning about this person that what do you feel like this person should be celebrated for or why is this person celebrated? This doesn't mean that they have a holiday that we have to celebrate every year, but why is this person known or celebrated in a sense of um looking at their life and their legacy and what they left behind and their inspirational quotes and the three important events, taking all that information and creating why you believe this person is celebrated. So, as I completed this project and learned a lot about Katherine Johnson, I learned that she was one of the few African American females that was a part of the NASA operating team that sent the men that landed on the moon in 1969. So I know that she was a part of that, which is a super important achievement for her, and especially for African American women throughout history. So I'm going to say that we celebrate this person because Katherine Johnson. So Katherine Johnson was one of the few uh, African American, American needs to be capital as well, African American women in her time to help, let's say to participate in the moon landing of 1969. Now, this doesn't have to just be one sentence. You can fill in that entire box if you wanted to, whatever you think that this person is celebrated for, why this person is known. So, Katherine Johnson was one of the few African American women in her time to participate in the moon landing of 1969. So, I added that Johnson also contributed to many different projects. S. See, it's always important to reread Boys and Girls. So Johnson also contributed to many different projects throughout her time at NASA and in her life. So I think that now looking at that again, and I feel like that was a good kind of almost like a summary of this person's life and some major achievements that they have had. So now that you have completed both portions, let me just stretch this out a little bit. Both portions, or sorry, not both, all portions of this entire project, the both portions of today, the life and legacy, and why we celebrate this person. And again, you should also have three events. In here, you're going to type who this is created by. So I am Miss Rachel. So I'll put that there. And now I want you to scroll up to where it says your influential leaders, extra information. Now, instead of just adding some extra information in there or some bulletins about this person, I want you to actually ask yourself two questions. I want you to ask yourself, one second. If you got the chance to meet your influential leader, would you or would you not? So that's the first question you're going to ask yourself. So if you got the chance to meet, or if I got the chance to meet Katherine Johnson, would I want to meet her or would I not? So I would love to meet her because I think that she is such an amazing woman in history. But unfortunately, she passed away at 101 years old. That was an interesting fact that I learned about her. Isn't that amazing? She lived to 101. So if I did get the chance to meet her, I would say yes. So I would go ahead and answer that question the best I can. I'm looking for you to restate the question in your answer. So, yes, I would, if I had the chance to meet Katherine Johnson, I would. And then not only do you say if yes or no you would get want to meet her, but I would want you to also answer why. So why would you want to meet them? As I said, I thought she was an amazing woman in history for all of her contributions to NASA. The second question that you're going to be asking or answering is if you did meet this person, what are two questions you would ask whoever your influential leader was? So, what are two questions you would ask your influential leader? So, after this, for this, you can just list these. So, you could just put a dash and a question. So, I would ask her if this was me doing this project, I would say, how did it feel to be one of the only African American females working for NASA? So that is one of the two questions I would want to ask her. So then I would hit my space and I would go down and I would create my second question for her. And once you have done that, I want you to make sure that you go back and you reread your work. You make sure there's no capitalizations that have to happen. You don't need any to fix any understanding in your sentences. Your punctuation is correct and your spelling is correct. So after you have completed all of those things, you are done your project. I can't wait to look over all of these projects and I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Bye.